Then you make offerings, whatever you like, golden, money, dollars, or whatever you like, then you make offerings. And normally I suggest that which you don't like, you don't offer, because it doesn't make any difference for the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, but it makes it, because since we haven't abandoned the delusions and afflictions, so we have the problem. So you can offer what you like, and then in this way, when you make offerings to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and that is the way to how to visualize and how to think making offerings. But when you make offerings to, like for example, Nagas, when you get done pujas, when you do the pujas for Nagas, when you make offerings to Nagas, then it has to be according to their choice, not your choice. Because Nagas are not Buddhas or Bodhisattvas, they are spirits, sort of, kind of. So you make the offerings according to their choice. That is the difference. And then manifest a huge amount of cloud, and from the cloud, a huge amount of rain came from the cloud, and then you visualize that through that rain, all the fire of the sufferings of hell are pacified. And then you make all the beings in the hell are very happy and satisfied with happiness. And then all the Avalokiteshvaras that you have visualized, and offerings, all you bring back and dissolve into your mind, the moon disk and the what do you call it, lotus and the mantra. So dissolve into that. So that transforms again on moon disk, the yellow lotus, and the later that turns into a multicolored lotus. This time it is multicolored lotus, a lotus flower, and then on top of that you visualize moon disk, and on top of that then your mind or you yourself transform into the Arya Avalokiteshvara. One face, 4 arms, and 2 legs, and the 2 legs in Vajra posture, and the first 2 hands put together at the heart in procession manner, and then they put together like this, and it is holding a jewel, the wish fulfilling jewel. So you should visualize first 2 arms and 2 hands are put together like this at the heart. That's all in the visualization. And then in the middle of your hands, jewel, wish fulfilling jewel is placed. Just the second right hand is holding a crystal rosary, and the other left hand is holding a lotus flower. And he has a belt. You visualize that you have a belt, the golden belt with what do you call it? Adorned with jewels. And then you have crown ornament, and then earrings, and then necklace, and then the shoulder ornaments, and then bangles, and then ornaments on your ankles, and then with the multicolored clothes, and then from your body, Arya Avalokiteshvara's body, the radiant light, white radiant light, just blinking or radiating. Okay, so you visualize it that way, and then from the place of the nature, you invite Arya Avalokiteshvara with surrounded by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and then you make offering, an offering. No, first you invite them. Then we say za, bam, ho. That time actually you invite first, that is za, then hum dissolve into you, bam become inseparable, and it is binded in you, and then ho. So they all Avalokiteshvara and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, you invited them, and then you ask them to dissolve into you, and then they get into you, and they are binded sort of within you, and then ho means at that time they are very happy to be in you. It is not like they are forcibly put into you and they are staying there uncomfortably. No, they are very happy to be in you. So that is ho. So dham-tsik-pa-dhang-nyi-su-med-par-gyur, become inseparable. And again your radiant light goes, and you invite the initiating deities, and then you make an offering to the initiating deities. Argam is offering of water. Padam is then you wash their feet. Puipe, you offer flowers. Dupe, you offer incense. Aloge, you offer light or lamp. Or so aloge. Gende is good smell like perfume or scent, you're offering that kind of nice aroma. And nivita is cake, and the shabda is music. Okay. So why it is? Do you know why it is like this? Because this is an Indian style. So in India, when they invite a king, or in ancient India, when they invite king, then they how to treat the king. So first you offer, because it's hot weather, first you offer water, cold water, and then maybe bath or wash their feet, and then the flowers are scattered on their bed, and then incense and then the place where the king is staying should be illuminated, and then there's some kind of a sandal water, sandal put in water is it's offered or through. So how do I do it? It's like this. Huh? Sprinkle. Okay, sprinkle on the king or something like that, and then they offer the food. While eating the food, there will be music. So that is how they are. That is the way how they do, how they treat the king or guest. So in that way, we make an offering to the initiating deities. So then you make a request. All the Tathagatas, please initiate me. Please give me initiation. So from the Tathagatas' heart, they manifest a lot of dakinis, deities, goddess, and they are holding vase. They are holding vases filled with the amrit nectar. So then they recite mantra, and then they initiate you. They give you initiation. So while giving the initiation, the nectar was poured, the water nectar was poured on you, and then your body is filled with that nectar. All the impurities are cleaned, and then the rest of the water remain in your crown, and that transforms into Amitabha. Amitabha is like a Buddha, looks like a Buddha, but the hands are in meditation posture and red in color, right? So that too you should visualize in the nature of your Guru. So now you make offering to yourself, because you have already turned into deity, so you have become the Papa Arya Avalokiteshvara, and you deserve offering. So you are going to make an offering to yourself. So, but first you should create the offering and should be blessed. So for that, that is removing the obstacles. That is, as we have earlier mentioned, dissolving into emptiness, and out of emptiness there is there will be letter dum, and there will be sort of kind of water bowls or a plate, or the places where you can put all the offerings. So either 8 or 7, So you can visualize 8 or 7 pots, bowls, and so before that you should visualize 8 or 7 dum letters, 8 dum letters maybe, and then turn into water bowls, turn into balls. The first is water, then water for washing the feet, and then flour and so forth. So then you should visualize, you should think all the nature of that offering is emptiness, empty. The appearance is their own appearance. The water should appear as a water, the cake should appear as cake, and so forth, right? And then what gets you from that offering? So it will give you the uncontaminated, special uncontaminated bliss. So all these offerings have the potential to produce uncontaminated bliss, special uncontaminated bliss. And then you say Om Argam, Om Padam, Om Pidam, Om Shabdam, then that is the part of the blessing part of the blessing offering, the part of the blessing offering. And then you make the actual offering, Om Arya Avalokiteshvara, so on, like that. You make a praise prayer to Arya Avalokiteshvara. So that is Sanjay Kunji Raptoma, Yenden Tampakun Sapa, Chile Sishi Tensowa, Taparsela Chaksala. That is one verse, 4 sentences. So all the Buddhas have praised, and all the good qualities are met, gained, and the name is Avalokiteshvara. You are named as Avalokiteshvara, and you are always very loving kindness, and I prostrate to you. That is the prayer, praising prayer, or prostrating prayer with remembering the qualities of Arya Avalokiteshvara. So now comes to the actual visualization or actual meditation while you are reciting the mantra. So when you are reciting the mantra, you should visualize at your heart one moon disk, small moon disk, and in the middle of that moon disk you should visualize a letter C, and that letter C is surrounded by Umani in white color, radiating in clockwise, and out from that letter, so light came out from that letter, and all your body is filled with that light. And then at that moment you should think that all the impurity, obscurations, sins that you have committed from beginningless time, all are pacified, all are destroyed, and you become very pure. Nothing is left. No negativity in any form is left within you. So that is one visualization you should do while you are reciting the mantra. The other one is radiant light comes from the letters and get out of your body from top to bottom, and you manifest uncountable Arya Avalokiteshvara. Go into 10 directions, and sins and obscurations and all the negativities of all sentient beings are pacified, destroyed. Sentient beings became Arya Avalokiteshvara. They all attained the Arya Avalokiteshvara hood. and then the radiant light again came back and get into your heart and dissolve into the letters. And the letter C in the middle of the moon disk. And then you recite mantra, as many as possible. So during the retreat, actually you are advised to sit in lotus posture. But if you cannot, it is not that the money retreat is not very strict, I believe. So you can stretch sometimes a little bit your legs. And the other day I was, the Geshe Dojala was discussing with me. So maybe sometimes if you have some problems with sitting crossed legs, then you can stand up. You can stand up for some time, and you keep on reciting mantra, but you can stand up. And then when you feel comfortable, again you sit down. You can do that. The most important posture is that you should have slightly lifted, your back should be slightly lifted. So as this cushion is very well made for that. And so your left, the back side is slightly high, so that it keeps your spine straight, the back straight. So automatically it makes you straight. So when you're in meditation, when your body is straight, particularly the upper body, when it is straight, then all the channels inside your body becomes straight. So when the channels become straight, then the wind moves into the channels properly, and then your mind becomes clearer, and it's easier to meditate. So that is the purpose of keeping your back straight. And then normally is called 7 features of Vairocana Buddha. So, but anyway, but this time when you are reciting, you cannot put your hands in mudra posture. So you have to count the money. So you take a rosary and then you can recite speak it according to your own capacity. Like that. And if you can keep your rosary at the heart, that is good. So if you sometimes you get after some time your hands or elbow can get tired, so you can put it down also. But it is better. Anyway, you start with keeping your hand at the heart, and after 100 or so, then you can keep it as you like this and whatever. So that is how to recite mantra. And when you are getting tired of reciting mantra, then you must you can stop for a while. That doesn't matter. You can stop for a while, and then you think about the visualization, purify yourself and purify all sentient beings, and then you manifest it. Countless number of Avalokiteshvara, and go into 10 directions, everywhere, hell realm, Deva realm, all the realms in the samsara, and then you purify them also, and then you help them, and finally they all attain Buddhahood, Arya Avalokiteshvara, they all become Arya Avalokiteshvara, and then bring back the manifested Avalokiteshvaras in, and the dissolvement must do the dissolving into your heart. That is important. You don't forget that you manifest and you sent in 10 directions and kept there. No, you don't keep them there. You must get them back and dissolve into your heart, particularly the letter Shri in your heart. That is nature of your mind. That is the essence of your mind. That is essence of yourself. So get into that. That's very important. And then yourself purification. Purify yourself. That all the letters, all the radiant light, they should go white. White. So you can visualize when you manifest Arya Avalokiteshvara, all are radiant, and the light coming from the body. And then when the light comes, the light touches, the beings, sentient beings. For example, goes into hell realm, and then all the beings in the hell realm are touched by the light, and by touching that instantly they are purified, and they become enlightened instantly. So you visualize it that way. And then all beings are enlightened. And then you bring back all the Avalokiteshvaras, get into your heart. And similarly, while you are purifying, so all the obscurations, all the delusions, all the sins that you are committing, all are purified instantly. So when the light, your body is filled with light, there is no place for the dark things. All the negativities must go away. So there is no place for negativity. So you are totally, absolutely, utterly purified. So that visualization is very important. So through this, you are practicing the accumulation of merit and purifying, helping others. You are exercising the Bodhisattva behavior, the practice of Bodhisattva. You are engaging into practices of Bodhisattva. So helping others. Get all sentient beings out of samsara. Get all sentient beings out of suffering. So that is the practice of Bodhisattvas, the behavior of Bodhisattvas. Right? So you should repeat this. And sometimes you get tired, then you release a little bit. You ease a little bit. And then recite mantra, concentrate on mantra. So sometimes when we get tired, of course we can get tired with meditation, then recitation of mantra. And then we get tired of recitation of mantra, then you get back to the visualization. And if you can do both together, that is very good. That is the proper way how to do it. But you can do it alternatively also, so that we can keep ourselves busy and a little bit. You don't get bored. If you have some changes, then you don't get bored. Otherwise, you are doing hours the same thing, so it is very tiresome. It can be tiresome, right? So reciting Mani is reciting Mani is even you don't you cannot do meditation or visualization just reciting who gives a lot of help to purify yourself. Because this is a very powerful blessed mantra of Arya Avalokiteshvara. And since Arya Avalokiteshvara is the deity of all the compassions, I think you know that great compassions of all the Buddhas. There are countless Buddhas. There are countless Buddhas. So all the great compassions of all the Buddhas put together. And it became a form, physical form, can be seen. That is Avalokiteshvara. So the Avalokiteshvara is for the power of great compassion. And his mantra is compassion, loving kindness mantra. So the loving kindness is the strongest instrument to destroy anger and to destroy all the negativities, because anger brings a lot of negativities, a lot of uncomfortable in our life, and anger is one of the worst sins that we can experience. So compassion, when you have compassion in your heart, when you have loving kindness, feeling of loving kindness in your heart, then there is no place for anger. When there is no place for anger, then there is no place for negativities. So the money, the recitation of money is blessing to calm down yourself and to abandon anger within ourselves, right? So it is very considered very powerful, and when you recite the mantras of money, great number of money in your life, and you can get a visa to go to Pure Land, So in our next lives, if we could be enlightened, then of course we should be enlightened in this life. But if this life to be enlightened, bit difficult for us, for ordinary people like us, for the beginners. It's not that it is impossible, but it is possible, but it is quite difficult. May not be able to attain. So but if we have a long life and we can practice Dhamma, that may be possible, but it is not assured. Our life is not assured. So anything can happen. There are a lot of obstacles, so we are not sure. If we cannot be enlightened, or at least, as I told you, that if we have reached to the third path, out of 5 paths to enlightenment, if we reach the third path, then you never take rebirth in samsara by the power of karma and delusions. Through the force of karma and delusions, we will not take rebirth. Maybe our own wish we can take rebirth to help the other beings. That is possible, but not through the force of delusions and karma. So till then, we may have to take rebirth, and we are not sure where where we go to take rebirth. So we don't want to take rebirth in our 3 lower realms at least, right? So the best way, in that case, the best way is to be born in Pure Land. So if we can born in Pure Land, any kind of Pure Land, like Sukhavati and Tushita and any other Pure Land. So there are numerous Pure Lands. So if we can get the visa to get to Pure Land, then we are quite comfortable for our next life, right? So after taking rebirth in one of the Pure Lands, the chances to come back to lower realms are very less. Maybe half a person or 1%. 99% is no chance to come back and take rebirth in lower realms. So that is reciting Mani Mantra, you can get the visa to go to the Pure Land. So that is very beneficial, what I believe. And if you recite mantra in your life, Mani Mantra in your life, Saya, 1 million is Saya, 10 million is Java, 10 million, 10 times is called what? 100 million. So if you recite 100 million money, then your visa is confirmed. So 100 million times registration of Aditya home, then your visa to Pure Land is confirmed. So these lamas, gurus, in Tibet, past gurus, they said so it must be true. And in our area also, many happened, many things, many old people, they became blind, and then after when they completed 100 million times of money, the vision came back and they could see again without any help of medication. Naturally, their eyes were open. The sight, the vision came back and could see. Similarly, some people, these kind of cases were happening in our area, Himalaya area, and in some cases, the people became deaf, and they could hear afterwards. That also happened. After that, there's 100 syllables mantra. After one session, you have morning session and evening session and noon session, I don't know, afternoon session. So the morning session, when you stop the session, and then you stop the recitation of Mani, and then you recite 100 syllables mantra 3 times. Right? So this is, there are different 100 syllables of mantra. This is the 100 syllables of mantra of Arya Avalokiteshvara. And we always recite this because we might have made mistakes while we are reciting the mantra. We might have made mistakes in visualization. We might have visualized mistakes, maybe incomplete visualizations, or wrong visualizations, or wrong meditations we might have done, and wrong pronunciation while reciting mantra, and sometimes when we recited so fast, so you left out some, you might have left out sometimes some syllables. So all this kind of things to purify all the mistakes that we might have committed while reciting the mantra. So that to be purified through through reciting the 100 syllabus mantra of our Arya Avalokiteshvara. That is Om Bema Sato Samay Manpala Bema Sato Napachi Dilume Musu Yema Sugan Ananda Sosa Bema Sosa Sesho Pru Ha Ha Ho Bava Soto Bezar Bava Bema Sato Samay Avu Pe Kevadi De Kevadi Yuda Chere Soto Rojan Tesala Baba shows. So dedication through these virtuous actions that I have I have done. May I get the Arya Avalokiteshvara hood as fast as possible, and all sentient beings also get to this position. That is the dedication. Then Om Jigam Bobola Chasmo, this I don't think I need to explain this. This is, you can just recite. This is also a praise. In Tibet, there was one fully ordained nun, and who, I'm not sure, they don't want to Tagana Bachi, Papaya. Tagana. Anyway. So I forgot. I don't know whether it's Indian or Tibetan. So there was one fully ordained nun, Gelongma Palmo. Gelongma Palmo. Her name was Palmo. Gelongma means a fully ordained nun. So she was practicing, I think Indian. That's why he said it. I think Indian. So she was practicing Arya Avalokiteshvara. But then, anyway, this long story I even don't remember. She was suffered from leprosy. And then at that time there is no medication. So then she got a lot of trouble. And then she did a meditation of Arya Avalokiteshvara. She prayed to Avalokiteshvara. She saw Arya Avalokiteshvara. Arya Avalokiteshvara appeared in front of her, talked to her. Still, she was not getting cured from the disease, because there's karma, So, anyway, finally, she suffered a lot. And at the end, what she did, I don't remember, but anyway, the recitation of mantra, and she was fully recovered at the end, after suffering many months, I think, or years. So anyway, she got cured through the power of Arya Avalokiteshvara. It took longer time, that is her karma, but finally she got cured. This I don't remember, otherwise this story is very interesting. So anyway, she got cured, she was cured, and then she made this praise to Arya Avalokiteshvara. So it is considered very blessingful, and it is very powerful. So that prayer is also written here. We can recite, and it says at the end, so if you are male or female who recite this prayer, then he will get he or her wishes will be fulfilled this life or in the future lives. So that is very good. And then the first session you do this, and then you have a break, take lunch or whatever, and then the second session you don't have to go. You don't have to go through all the prayers. You just say the and then you recite the mantra, and then visualization. While reciting mantra, the visualization, meditation is the same. So you keep on doing it, and then you stop the session. The dedication, similar as we did earlier. And then at the end session, maybe the longer praising prayer you can do at the end session, the evening session or night session. So there can be 4 sessions, there can be 3 sessions, there can be 2 sessions. So at the end you do the dedication, and if you know any other dedications, that too you can do according to your daily practices.